Hello everyone, welcome to this first game between EHOME and LGD, round of 8, and part of the It's Gosu Monthly Madness Asia Invitationals. Unfortunately, it seems like this is a rehost, so we won't have the pick and ban phase. We will get directly into the game with the picks, and those two teams, EHOME and LGD, two very big Chinese teams. EHOME ranks 16th and LGD ranks 12th in the Gosugamers website. EHOME arrived second at the first international, winning $250,000 as a prize. LGD, they were invited originally in the international, but the problem is 4 of their players went to IG, and that made them actually drop out of the first international. They couldn't play, and they were replaced by IG. And right now, EHOME is sitting at 62% win rate, whereas LGD is sitting at 82% win rate, which is insane in Dota 2. And EHOME started off playing the Dota tournaments in the first international in the August of 2001, whereas LGD only started appearing on the Dota 2 competitive scene in May 2012, so just 2 months ago.
Prepare for battle.
EHOME is a very old institution. They were created in 2005, where LGD were created in 2010. And right now we're gonna see Cupid Cat is gonna be playing the Brewmaster, Lan is gonna be on the Naga Siren, QQQ is going to be playing the Windrunner, MMY on the Rebic, and King J on the Enigma. On the other side we have Silar playing the Chaos Knight, DD playing the Tidehunter, DDC on the Disruptor, Yao on the Invoker, and we're gonna have Ro8 on the Queen of Pain. So already a bit of if we take a look at the hero, not something that we see very often. The Naga Siren just got introduced last week in the game, when this game was played, it was last week. So Naga Siren not banned, so picked. And on the other side we have a Disruptor, which is also very rare, because Disruptor is one of those heroes who is a very good support, but still need a lot of experience to be able to use his spells at maximum efficiency. So Disruptor, of course, very good ability to, as the name implies, disrupt the team fights, with the glimpse that brings back anyone 4 seconds where they were before. So just take it as a time lapse from the Weaver, but on someone else, and it doesn't add up mana or HP. It just changed the placement. And now Lan and MMY are gonna run into Silar, and Lan already in a lot of trouble. The kinetic field is gonna pop, and Lan, that means he is blocked here, and he's gonna get a lot of right click damage from Scylla. Scylla now blocking Lan, and he doesn't have enough for a second Chaos Bolt, but he's gonna get slowed by DD, and that's gonna be enough. So Lan already going down, first blood coming up from LGD, and we're gonna see in the mid lane Yao going against Brewmaster. On the top lane it's gonna be Ro8 against QQQ, and on the bottom lane it's going to be MMY plus Lan and Enigma in the jungle against Trilane. But this Trilane, very dangerous Trilane, with the stun coming from Chaos Knight, the slow coming down from Tidehunter, also reducing the armor, which is going to help the right click from Chaos Knight quite a bit. Chaos Knight has a huge amount of right click damage at early levels, 51 to 81, whereas the others, for example, if we take a look at the MMY, it's 48 for 58. So now Cupid Cat on the mid lane is going to have a pretty rough time against Invoker normally, but once he gets his bottle, he's going to be quite fine, and he's rushing for the bottle. 3 Ironwood Branch into 1 Tango, and on the other side, Yao is not looking to rush for the bottle, I guess, because usually we don't see the Invoker getting bottle. MMY trying to support the Lamb as well as possible, but Lamb, he's not going to be able to farm at all in this lane. The farm is going to go to MMY because he is ranged, so he can actually get the last hit. But Lamb, he's going to have to get near the enemies to get this last hit, and he's just getting one now right now. So one sitting at one last hit. And if we take a look at the last hit denies, you see that Enigma is going to be the huge wild card for EHOME here, because Enigma is going to be able to give the EHOME side a lot of added experience that is going to be denied from the bottom lane. So Lan is actually going to be King J is going to be the man who can help up EHOME in terms of experience and gold graph. We see Queen of Pain fighting against the Windrunner. Queen of Pain actually getting the upper hand in this battle, and normally I say the Queen of Pain and the Windrunner should be quite quite a good matchup. I mean, by no way does Queen of Pain shut down the Windrunner. I mean, I'm sorry about this, but by no way does the Windrunner get shut down horribly hard by the Queen of Pain. And on the mid lane, we see that it's quite even. We see 8-8 coming out for both Yao and Brewmaster. Yao going for a boots and leveling up the Exhort plus the Quest build, and already putting down the Forge Spirit to harass down the Brewmaster. Brewmaster now has this bottle, but he's already has an empty. No, it's actually a full bottle. He got the Illusion Rune. The LGD now screwing up with the EHOME site pull, and Naga Siren going for 2 level mirror image and 1 level in Riptide. Usually we see Riptide level up first, but actually I can understand this, because Riptide, the most added benefit coming from the Riptide is not the bonus damage, because it goes from 130 to 160. It adds 30 damage per level, but it also adds 1 less it reduces the armor by 1 for each level you add, and that means usually you want to level this if you're playing aggressively. Right now she's playing very defensively and using the mirror image to farm, and that means you want to have better mirror images. And this is quite strange, because usually if we take a look at the games that happened for Zenith versus World Elite, for example, where Naga Siren was picked 3 times, she was leveling Ensnare plus a Riptide. But right now, since on this lane Naga Siren can't farm at all, she's using the mirror image to farm. So she's leveling mirror image, and she has absolutely no point in Ensnare, which is quite surprising to me. And what's happening top lane? Top lane 22 for 8. So really, Xiao8 putting down the smackdown on the QQQ, and QQQ being very, very, very defensive here. And she's level 3 against a level 5 Queen of Pain, and that means now QQQ is going to have a very hard time staying on the lane if Queen of Pain, played by Ro8, is playing very aggressively. And one little trivia fact here is Lan, which is also a PLT, Cupid Cat here, and X, which is a die and MMY. So QQQ now gonna get harassed by Queen of Pain, and in a bit of a trouble right now, because Queen of Pain can just blink in 1 second, and oh, this is dangerous for Queen of Pain. Now she actually knows that Cupid Cat is around here. Oh, she's actually still going on her, and this might be a kill on QQQ, because QQQ now, she's dead, and Queen of Pain is gonna get a lot of right click damage from Brewmaster, but Brewmaster doesn't have a second clap, and she's gonna pop this off and be okay.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
So I was saying, MMY and Lamb, MMY, so here Lamb and Cupid Cat are 3 players that played in the first international in EHOME. King J and QQQ are added after the international were played, and on the other side, LGD wasn't invited. As I told you, they were invited, but they couldn't play. But they still have 3 players who also played in the international. DD, Yao, no, actually not Yao, but Xiao8 was playing for IG. We had DDC. So DDC, where are you, DDC? DDC was playing for IG as well, and DD was playing for Tai Lu. So in both teams we have 3 players who play for the first international, and both teams here, LGD as well as EHOME, are invited in the second international. So we'll have to take a look at this and see how well they fare in the second international. For those who don't know, I remind you, the second international is also $1 million prize for the winner. And the second get 250,000, and the third get 150,000. And there are still a lot of prize for the 5th to, I think, 8th prize maximum, 8th place. So if we take a look at the gold ref now, we should see the LGD coming out on the top, and we see King J actually going in. He has a black hole. He's gonna black hole on 2 of them, and DDC is gonna come in using the glimpse to pull them away. But right now, both of them are running with very low health, and Sealer is going to go down, and Titan goes away with 30 health. So Disruptor using this glimpse, saving a last second of the black hole, which was probably going to kill DD. And yeah, so if you take a look at the gold graph, I was saying it should go to the favor of LGD, considering how the lane goes. We have Xiao really controlling the top lane. And are you gonna go? Yes, he is gonna go. He's gonna miss the ultimate, and now he's gonna be in a ton of trouble. Now, one stomp and one crit from Brewmaster gonna be enough. And Brewmaster even have the haste rune, so he's not being. He's gonna land his ball to Winner. Such a display of friendship here. And now he's gonna go and head back in the mid lane. He's not gonna lose that much time anyway. He has the haste rune as I told you, so he's gonna be able to run very quickly. And now, Brewmaster, if he wants this, is a phase boost for him. Right now on the bottom lane, we see Lan taking a lot of damage as well. Now using the Chaos Ball, the Relative Rift, and the Chaos Knight. And the DD slow, but not going to be able to kill Naga Siren. Very good telekinesis here by Rebek's gonna save her, and the Sunstrike not able to land on Lan. So, not getting a kill here. Brewmaster again getting the rune, so rune control really going down to EHOME right now. And 2-4-2, and the gold graph now is looking quite better. So we see here, until here, nothing really happened. Then a kill went on the Chaos Knight, then a kill went on the Queen of Pain, and the gold graph going up, back up again. But right now, I must say, as I said, the two lanes here are going very well for LGD. The bottom lane, Naga Siren is getting really almost nothing as farm, 13 creep kills in 8 minutes. In the mid lane is pretty much okay, but in top lane we see that Windrunner is actually quite afraid to go against the Queen of Pain, and for a good reason. Now Queen of Pain level 7 with a bottle, with a wand, and Windrunner now, she has the Tranquil Boot. She's gonna be a bit more okay on this lane. Experience graph though, we see that is heading up top, heading up for advantage for EHOME, and this is thanks notably to the Enigma, who has this extra farm in jungle. He's level 7, he's just farming very well, and no one's really bothering him. Level 4 for Rebek, level 6 for Naga Siren. So now if she gets attacked, she can use the Song of Siren to get away if she doesn't get comboed down. And normally she shouldn't, because there's only one hard stun coming from the LGD side, and this is the Chaos Bolt. So Tyranitar, he has a good slow to catch up to the enemy, and Disruptor can bring you back, behind, or use the Kinetic Field to avoid you running away. But this is no hard disable, so if you use this on the Naga Siren, the Naga Siren will just pop the ultimate and run away after the slow wears down. And it's 7 seconds of free running around. Now, LGD looks like they're gonna go and try to hunt for the Enigma, but they're gonna run into the conversion, so Enigma knows what's gonna happen. They're gonna put a ward here, blocking this camp as well. This ward blocks 2 camp from spawning, so they really want to control the lane better and avoid the MMY from pulling these creeps. And now Chaos Knight get a haste rune, so we'll have to be careful to see what he's gonna do. He's gonna go on Cupid Cat mid lane, but Cupid Cat has the ultimate, so he is going to be quite fine. Except if there's a 4-second stun landing, and even with a 4-second stun landing, I'm actually not sure that you will be able to deal enough damage to kill Cupid Cat. And right now Yao already has a 4 staff, so he's farming up quite well as well. And we see the Chaos Knight coming up back in the bottom lane, and I'm actually thinking that Lan going in very aggressively on the LGD side and sleeping everyone. Now King J is gonna land a perfect black hole, and on 3, and now a lot of damage coming up. The Panda is gonna tear down everyone here, but Enigma is gonna go down, and only Disruptor died here. Xiao now getting attacked, but she has the blink, and she's gonna be able to run away. No, a very good shackle, but the even better force staff, the power shot is gonna end up her life. Now Cupid Cat going on the Chaos Knight, but she has to run away. Now DD pop level 6, and he's gonna land a very good Ravage. This is gonna kill he's gonna kill the Panda. And I must say here, LGD getting the upper hand in this exchange. Only the Queen of Pain and the Disruptor dying to this combo. And I'm surprised. I'm really surprised that they didn't manage to kill off more than this, because the Black Hole was really catching 3 enemy heroes, and Queen of Pain, she has no disable. She cannot stop the Enigma from using his Black Hole, but not enough damage in the end coming from the Radiant side, and that means they managed to actually teleport, and with the help of the tower deal a lot of damage. And fun fact, I didn't actually know that, but Song of the Siren actually also sleeps the tower. So I thought it only worked on units, but the tower as well didn't attack. So I guess, yeah, it works in the towers. And Yao going for 4-4, so that means double 4 spirits, and this means also a lot of pushing power coming from Yao. And MMY now try to counter ward, but he's gonna get chased down by Scylla. He's actually gonna get caught up, and now this is a very dead MMY, but Scylla is gonna get caught up as well. King J going on DDC and QQQ going on Scylla, but they're not going to be able to do anything. Oh, DDC, very few health remaining. Very good power shot by QQQ, but not enough. Just barely surviving this power shot now. And Lan is going to go top lane. She has a arcane boost now, so she's gonna be able to spam the mirror image with the Riptide. The Riptide actually pops on your image as well, and Xiao is taking a decent amount of damage here from the tower, plus the reduced armor from Riptide. So right now we see Cupid Cat, and what's the experience graph looking like? It's still around 0, so gold graph though going in the advantage, 2.5k gold in the advantage of LGD, but not a whole lot. It's not that that big. QQQ now running away from the LGD side, and LGD. Oh, QQQ using the Soul Ring to get some mana, and that is going to be her downfall. Now Cupid Cat is looking for an exchange here. DD is gonna get stunned by King J here, and this is a dead DD. This is a very dead DD. Oh, is he gonna escape from this? No way, no way, no way, no way. Oh, Cupid Cat is on the run, on the chase, and oh, they're not gonna get. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? DD is actually gonna get away from this.
Bottom tower is under attack.
So I guess the Kraken Shell popped. If he has Kraken Shell, yes, he has. The Kraken Shell popped, and that means the Enigma stun didn't last for a full duration, and that's what saved the Tidehunter here. Now we see Yao going for the regeneration rune.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And tower-wise, nothing really happening. So it's really almost like an old-school Chinese game where both teams at 15 minutes in, they're not looking for the towers. They're only looking for the farm and the kills, and playing very, very safely. And I must say, LGD, I look at their very old games. The first few games they played in the competitive gamings in May was amongst others against Asian teams, and what happened is those games lasted around 60 minutes, 60, 50, or 65 minutes. So still playing the old, safe and sound strategies. And now first tower is going to go down, denied by Naga Siren. Naga Siren taking a decent amount of damage from the 4 spirits. 4 spirits very annoying because they removed your mana, you removed your armor, and not going to be able to catch Yao because of his 4 staff. Now Cupid Cat, is he going for the Blink Dagger? He is only 6 gold away from the Blink Dagger, so we'll have to see if he buys it. Lam with the Arcane Boots, he's looking to be this very mana starved hero, because Naga Siren before this, she didn't have the Riptide, she had a passive crit damage instead, and that means that she didn't need so much mana. And bottom lane, Lam, MMY actually, Cupid is gonna get caught up in the middle, and this is enormous amount of damage. She's gonna get silenced, and he's gonna go down. Ro8 even popping the ultimate for this. I think it was useless because with the help of the static storm from the disruptor, there's no way he could have popped this ultimate. The disruptor's cloud silenced for 5 seconds, which is enormous. And QQQ is gonna go from the bottom. Lam's gonna pop the ultimate, and are they going to be able to use this ultimate well? King J creeping in, and he doesn't have the time to pop his black hole. He's gonna get killed before this. Now EHOME in a lot of trouble. QQQ trying to run away. He doesn't have any more wind run, and Yao on the chase. Now force the 4-second stun coming in. QQQ is a dead QQQ. QQQ turning back to use his power shot, but this was a mistake, and he got caught up for it, and he's paying up for it right now. He's dead again, with the Naga Siren using her ultimate to catch up the enemies, but not paying off. A little bit of miscommunication here, a mistiming, and this is a dead Enigma before he can pop his black hole. He had absolutely not enough mana to pop his black hole, and then at the moment where the enemies woke up, he had enough mana, but the problem is he didn't pop it, and he got stunned by the Chaos Knight. So 4 for 10 right now, and experience graph going down the gutter for EHOME, and same for the gold graph. Now about 5k and 3k for gold and experience respectively. Nagasiren using her illusion to deal a bit of damage on this mid lane tower. Not a whole lot, but it's still something. And if we take a look at the farm, we have the Invoker and King J sitting pretty well, and then we have Ro8 also on the same level. And after this, we have Cupid Cat, Scyller, and Lamb sitting pretty well. And then we have QQQ, who was a solo side lane, not a whole lot, 37 creep kills in 17 minutes. And DD is on with 22 creep kills, MMY 7, and DDC 6. And let's take a look at the items right now. So 18 minutes in, we have Enigma with a Soul Ring, as well as the Headress going for the Mechanism. So he's only 200 gold away from it. And now what's happening in the mid lane? Mid lane, QQQ is gonna get caught up. The Disruptor Storm being so controlling. Now everyone is getting silence here. MMY is probably going to die here. And yes, he is. A last little Anchor Smash is gonna seal his fate. And again, this Disruptor really paying off for himself, using the Kinetic Field to avoid enemies running away, and then popping up the Static Storm. And those heroes in the Radiant side really relying on this spells. It's not someone like a... I mean, everyone rely on their spells, so yeah, it's this is pretty much obvious. But you know, Chaos Knight, he can just stand and deliver in right clicks, you know, someone like someone like, for example, the Anti-Mage can also stand and you know, right click down the enemies. But Enigma, he needs his spells to go. Nagasiren, it's the same. Brewmaster, without his ultimate, he's gonna look very bad. And now they're using a smoke, and with a Brewmaster dagger, they might be able to catch someone. But the LGD side is already back off. And Nagasiren now Arcane Boots, Vitality Booster, maybe looking for a Vanguard for this survivability that she needs right now. EHOME Brewmaster now having a Blink Dagger as well as Bracer, probably going to look for getting a Drum of Endurance. Windrunner now with the Tranquil Boots and Soul Ring, so she's very poor. MMY being the support, being the support Riddick doesn't even have the boost, he has the magic one. Queen of Pain now with a Power Tread as well, a bottle, as well as Ultimate Orb, so she's going to look forward to this Sheep Stick. Chaos Knight already with Drum of Endurance, Power Tread, and Ogre Club, so soon we'll have this BKB. Invoker, if this is what he wants, some goes for Singe. And now we're gonna take a look at the fight top lane. So Scyller is actually teleporting in, everyone's here. This is gonna be a big 5v5. EHOME, are they wanting to fight this? I'm actually surprised that EHOME want to fight this. They QQQ getting engaged on, and Lamb popping the ultimate. But only 2 here, so King J will have a black hole on 2 of them, and very good, you know, follow up. But the DD using the Kraken Shell and poking out of all those disables, popping up his Ravage, and now it's EHOME who's on the run. EHOME, everyone's getting killed, and even the Panda Brewlings are getting demolished. Cupid Cat blinking away at the last moment. Will he get caught? He is using the TP scroll like Lamb, and both of them get away, but it was again a massacre. And I must say, DD very lucky on his Kraken Shell. Every time you get 600 damage, you actually dispel all these the disables that were on you. And one thing to note is that Enigma got disabled, but Windrunner used a perfect shackle to land on both the Chaos Knight and the Tidehunter. But the problem is, Tidehunter Kraken Shell pop him out of the stun, and he could use a Ravage, and the Ravage hit everyone on the Radiant side, and that just screwed up everything for them. So I must say again, EHOME here making a big mistake, and I'm not sure it was really their fault, but using the ultimate, the black hole on 2, and I'm not sure they could actually hope to bring down the Tidehunter before he used his ultimate, because Tidehunter is very tanky right now. He has 2 bracers as well, a magic one as well as Power Tread, and now a cloak as well. So this is plus 23 strength, and he's sitting with 1.5k health. And now the LGD side are going to push their advantage and go on Roshan. I'm surprised he's not using his Force Spirit to tank it, and now he's doing it. So reducing Roshan's armor right now with the Gush. And nothing really EHOME can do about this. They can just they
fallen
probably
to
know
dust.
that it's happening, but they can't do much about it. Invoker now, 4 staff, almost up to his sheep stick. He is 1,100 gold away from it. Disruptor also having the Urn of Shadows, and Tyranitar looking for his pipe. Now, what is Chaos Knight going to get? And he's 600 gold away from his BKB, if that's what he wants. And on the Radiant side, Enigma now has his mechanism, which is going to help them a lot, because we see how fast Windrunner and Rebic go down in every fight because of the AoE damage coming from Queen of Pain, Disruptor, Invoker, and Tyranitar. And that means any squishy heroes like an Enigma, or like a Windrunner, or like a Rebic, without a good placement, if they get hit by all the AoEs, it's lights out. And they have a huge area denial for the LGD side, because if you want to dodge the Tyranitar ultimate, you better be sure that you're far away, because the Tyranitar ultimate, let's take a look at the AoE. He's right here. Take a look at this. You have to sit farther than the ring to not get hit by Tyranitar. So that means if Tyranitar walk into the team fight, either you want to go on him and kill him before he pops the ultimate, which is almost impossible, or you have to get far away from the Tyranitar, which is also quite impossible if you want to fight. So now we have a 3 versus 2 middle, and EHOME really not finding anything possible here. If they can't push, they are still sitting, farming up, trying to do as much as possible. Lamb now, he has 2.5k gold, so he might not look for a Vanguard, but go directly for a Heart of Tarask, which we saw in the first World Elite versus Zenith. And using his illusion to make sure that the enemies are actually spotted here, so she doesn't get ganked and killed. And I must say right now, both sides have very good chances late game. Farmnut Naga is actually very scary to play against, and same for Brewmaster. If he gets this, Aghanim Scepter, it's a force to reckon. And Windrunner and Queen of Pain both semi carries. But Chaos Knight, I must say, if he gets the farm as well, he will look very scary as well. Same with Invoker. Now already having this side of Vice, and Queen of Pain as well, so 2 more disable coming up from the Radiant side. So now we have the Sheepstick from Queen of Pain, the stun from the Chaos Knight, the Sheepstick from the Invoker, the Silence from the Disruptor, and the stun from the Tyranitar. So a very easy pick off with the mobility from the Blink and the 4 staff. It's going to be very easy. If anyone on EHOME side cut off a bit too far away, they're going to get totally demolished. And Lamb is going to be careful. He's going to have to be careful. Big Sheepstick already coming up, and second Sheepstick is going to follow. Nope. Yeah, she's going to follow with this Sheepstick as well, and the stun from Solar. And that means MMY is also going to go down. The Enigma got the TP out in time, but that's what I said. So much stuns, so much disables coming in. The Naga Siren, even with this Vitality booster, not being able to do anything, not even able to pop the Song of the Siren before her disable ends. And she even bought back to go back to farming, so not sure it's worth it. Now we see Cupid Cat getting the middle tower, but now he's gonna get caught up by a Stealer, and he won't be able to use his ultimate. DDC even popping his own ultimate to make sure that the Brewmaster gets silenced for 5 seconds, not being able to use his ultimate. Basically, Disruptor, you have to consider his Static Storm like a Riki Cloud. It's silenced for 5 seconds, which is the most important. It deals damage. It doesn't slow, it doesn't give a miss chance, unlike Riki Cloud, but it has a huge AoE. So the use is pretty much similar. Once you get the Static Storm up, it's really, it's an area the enemy can't really fight under. Now everyone's gonna teleport top and try to catch the Naga Siren running away, and they will probably get him. If nope, 4 staff, and Blink is here in 2 seconds. She's gonna find a Lamb, and Lamb is gonna get turned into a chicken, and DD is also coming on his side. Sealer's gonna catch up with the Reality Rift, the last remnants of the battle down Naga Siren, and she is a dead Naga Siren. 19 for 4. So EHOME really taking the damage here, and LGD controlling the game perfectly. And I must say here, it looks quite one-sided. there hasn't been really anything EHOME can do, and even in the team fights, in skirmishes they get killed, in team fights they get killed, and they don't have the advantage in pushing or anything. So now LGD putting the pressure on the middle tower. Enigma on the meantime trading up with the top tower, and he has a teleport, so he will be able to come back if they need him. LGD, I'm not so sure what they're waiting for. The Tidehunter doesn't have a pipe yet. He is 1,000 gold away from it. Yao on his Invoker now. He's looking for a BKB or a Scepter. Chaos Knight now popping up the Drum of Endurance, so they're gonna go and look for this tower.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And Glyph is gonna pop.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Enigma still not coming back, still pushing up. And are they gonna sacrifice this tower? So we see Illusion going down against Illusion. Still taking a lot of damage from this. And DD teleporting in when King J teleports out. King J now has the BKB, so he's going to look a bit better in those team fights. There is, I don't think there's anything that can block the BKB, that can disrupt the BKB on the dire side. So he's gonna look pretty okay with his BKB, able to channel the 4 seconds of Black Hole. That is if he doesn't get killed just by raw right click damage. But I actually dubbed it. So now Naga Siren now have the Reaver. She is 1,000 gold away from her Tarask. Now we see Brewmaster now also completed his Drum of Endurance. Still regular boots. Windrunner now has the 4 staff, and Rebic still has nothing, but he's a support, so this is normal. Queen of Pain, 2k gold, plus his Side of Vice. Actually, something is on the courier. Is she going for Mechanism? Nah, it doesn't look like it. Who's getting the Mechanism? It should be the Disruptor, if it's regular play. Now, Sailor's gonna get caught up top lane. The question is he going to go down? No, she's only using the illusion to scare him. And it seems like EHOME side is going to back off. So now wanting to commit here. They probably want to wait until the Naga Siren has her Heart of Tarask. And Naga Siren actually canceling her teleport, and now she's gonna look into she's gonna be in a lot of trouble. The second the Side of Vice is gonna get used is Chaos Knight, even popping the BKB to make sure that she doesn't sleep him with her ultimate. And this is bringing Naga Siren very far away from her Heart of Tarask, and I'm surprised why she didn't teleport out. There was a Centaur here, but I don't think the Centaur actually stomped on her to stun her, because the Centaur only stomped when there's more than 3 units, and her mirror image were getting killed top lane. So maybe a misclick, I guess. That must be it. And now the bottom tower is going to go down as well, so only 1 outer tower remaining for the Radiant side. And take a look at the experience graph. Almost 20k experience and above 10k gold in advantage for the Dire. And now the middle tower is going to fall as well. And they even put Essential Wards for... I don't really know why. They have no Invis hero, so they want to see if... I don't know. Now the Song of Siren is going to pop. And DD and Sailor is going to get caught in. Now King J popping up the black hole, catching up 2 of them. And this is not going to be enough. The Sailor is still alive. He's almost dead, and no, he's actually dead, but he has the Aegis, so no problem here. And now Rebic is also dead. DD is taking a lot of damage. He's actually ensnared, and who's going to be the next going down? Lan is going to get killed here, and the Panda is still on the run, trying to chase Tidehunter. He actually gets the Tidehunter, but on the meantime, Stiller is chasing. Who is it? QQQ, and now Cat is teleporting away. Good decision here. So 1 for 1, and the middle barracks going down. So in the end, good trade for LGD. Even if the Enigma pop his black hole, pop his everything, he doesn't have the he just doesn't have the enough damage power for damage output to bring them down. That's what we saw. 4 seconds of uninterrupted black hole, but both of them still alive after the black hole ends. And King J is just gonna say GG now. So So he's gonna disconnect. I mean, Nagasiren's gonna disconnect, and GG is called. So this is the end of the first game, EHOME versus LGD. Those two big Chinese team. LGD really showing how strong they are. You know, starting this Dota 2 competitive scene in May, and with this very strong 82% win rate ratio, win-lose ratio, we see why it actually happens. So thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you in the next game of EHOME versus LGD coming up soon.